Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joseph. Today I'm in the studio with Aisha and we are going to be testing this brand new 40-degree Bowens projector from iFootage, and that is what actually inspired this shoot. I really wanted to create something dramatic and something a little bit more artsy, right? More cinematic, if I can say. And the reason why I want to do this is also because I want to be able to take some pictures and also take some motion pictures of today's set. And so that got me thinking about how I can actually put this projection attachment into use to create a very cinematic looking shot. And that inspired all of this. So let me walk you through everything going on, how I build the set, or the things that you can find in the set, how I put it together, all the little pieces that are coming together to create this beautiful but messy looking set, including the way I position the lights and what each light is doing, the specific assignments that I've given to each and every light. All these lights are also iFootage lights. Two of them are just daylight, and then we have the brand new 130 BNA, which is a bicolor light. It travels from 2700 to 6500, and that is what is casting this warm tone on our subject. So without wasting much time, let me walk you through the entire set, and then we will build the lighting from all of the lights that we have in the set till we get the final looking image. Okay, so the main light which is influencing our scene, or which I feel is creating the most dramatic effect in the scene, is the 130 BNA, and I've set it to the warmest, which is the 2700. And we have on there the projection attachment, the 40-degree Bowens projection attachment. And what I have in there is the louver gobo. And what this is doing is creating this beautiful pattern on our subject. And from there, we're building off the other levels of lighting in the scene. Like I said, we want to create something dramatic. And so after we figured out our main light, we then just adjusted the other lights to, complement this main light that we have. All right, so to add depth to the scene, the first thing that we have is a foreground element. So this element comes before our subject. And so our subject is more or less like sandwiched between the plant and everything else in the backdrop. So this creates depth. I'm also going to be shooting at the widest my aperture would go, which is 1.4, which is also going to add more depth into the scene. And then we have like all these props, like there's this old looking, I don't know what it is, like a bag or something. I have this brown wooden block on here. We have an old telephone on there. We have other, like a crown, a bag in the background. We know it's not really going to show, but all these things are just going to create depth and texture in the scene. And before we move all the way into the back, we also have another light here. I will turn all these lights off and then start one after the other so you see what they're doing. But this is their 320 daylight LED, and what it's doing is just lifting the shadows in the scene so that we don't have like an extra moody scene going on. We want to see everything in the scene as well, but we just don't want it to be too bright. And so this is just set to the lowest. I think I'll let you know the power I'm at, but then this is just lifting the shadows and then reducing, that dark tone that we have in there. And also in the back, we have from the top, which is serving as an edge light, the iFootage 60-watt light, and that is also just throwing light onto our subject, separating hair from the backdrop. And then in terms of props, we have this DIY thing I put together. I put in some props over there. I have one magnetic light over here, just creating a warm tone to again add like some color interest in the back. Then we have this wooden prop here. I wanted to turn this light on, but it was too powerful for the scene, so I'm just going to leave it as a prop in here. And then we hang this painting in here again just to add texture, to complement the colors in the scene. You can see there's green, there's orange, like there's a warm and green tone in here which complements the backdrop, the plants, and then the red that she's wearing. Yeah, we also have another plant over here which is receiving some of the louver effect here just to make it look a little bit more realistic. So I just added this reflector over here because I didn't want the light to bounce off the white wall and then create, like too much of a fill. I just wanted to control amount of light coming back to light her up. That's why we have the black side of the reflector here. Right, so I have opened our Lumen app, and that is the app that controls all of these lights. So the good thing is all these are from the same brand, and so one app can control all of them, right? So what I'll do is just turn off all these lights and then we'll start building them one after the other. The light in the back, like I said, is an LED that I have, and so let's just imagine that all the lights are off, and then we're going to start building the lights that are actually going to influence our scene. So the first one I want you guys to see is going to be the edge light. So when I turn that on, it's set to 9.8%, and as you can see, it is giving us a lot of separation on our subject. And so if I turn it off, and on, you can see that it is really enhancing and making her pop off the background, right? Now, the next thing I'm going to turn on is going to be our main light. And when I do that, you will see that we do have a very dramatic effects going on, but we don't really see all of the other elements that we placed into the scene. We don't see the plants, we don't see the bags, we don't see the props on the table, and all like the painting in the back. Everything is almost lost. And so this is where our fill light comes in. That is a 320 DN. So when I turn that on, it just brings up the levels in the room and then just makes our scene look exactly as I was imagining. Again, I will just take the color completely off so you guys see how it looks like, and then we can also look at the color version. But then I think ultimately I will go for a black and white effect for this particular scene. I was about to shoot and I realized I didn't talk about the angle of this light. So the reason why this is pointing upwards, as opposed to how I'm always saying that if you're lighting your subject, you need to point the light down and then make sure that you're getting the best light. This, I don't want it to spill like around here and like down here. I want that to go a little bit darker than necessary. And so I'm pointing this upwards so that we have a lot of the lights just flooding up and giving us like that soft light here, and then just ignoring the base so it can go a little bit darker. So that's the reason why I have this pointing upwards. So just in case you're wondering, that is the reason. Aisha, are you ready? I'll bring your eye to the camera. Yes. Oh, this is beautiful. In case you're wondering as well, my camera settings, I'm at 1/200 on the shutter speed, f1.4 on aperture, ISO 400. Oh, stunning. That's cool. Beautiful. Yes. I'm also keeping my framing landscape mostly because, again, I said it's a cinematic portrait. So I'm just imagining if it was like a still from a movie, it definitely will be in landscape. Oh, that's amazing. Can you maybe like find a way to cross your leg a little bit more? Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Beautiful. Okay, eyes into the camera. Yeah. You can hold the whole, you can actually carry the phone too. Okay, let me see if I can steal a portrait from here because I love this so much. Yes. Okay, into the camera, your eyes. Yeah, one more. Beautiful. Right, so if I'm considering this as a scene, right, what I want to do is we've established like our main character in a wide frame and everything. I want to add a bit of mystery to it. So I want us to really imagine who she's talking to on the phone. And I want to just have a slit of light on her face, make her a little bit more mysterious, but we'll see a little bit of the tones and the textures in the background that we spent time taking. So I will move this 40-degree projection attachment. I think I'll reposition it and then just create a slit of light on her face and then just try and create a portrait out of that. So that's what I'm going to do next. I hope it's not like really hot. Oh. All right, so I'm taking the gobo out, and as you can see, we have like this circular light, right? But what I'm going to do is ask Aisha to pick her frame. So like if you're making the call, where's the phone going to be? Is it going to be on your right? Is it going to be on your left? Yeah, like let me see where it's going to be. And also you can add the phone. Maybe you can still hold it the way we were holding it. I don't know the frame we're working with yet, but yeah. And now I can play with these dividers or shutter to now create like that slit that I was looking for. Right? And make sure I cancel out all the other lights, and all I have to do now is just position it somewhere like that. So when I'm posing Aisha, I will just ask her to make sure she finds the light. And I don't know if I'm going to make an adjustment to the fill light. I will take a test shot, see what that gives me, and then make further changes from there. All right, so I just wanted to switch up the look a little bit. So I've gone with my 85 1.4. That's going to give me a more compressed shot and a tighter frame. And we've also changed the pose a little bit just to create like another interesting story. We also changed the gobo, like I said, just to create a slit of light on her face. And then we're just creating a moody tone in the overall image, but then we have that contrast of light across her face. This is something that you can't do with your traditional softboxes. If you have a projection attachment such as this, it's easy for you to create these interesting shapes and then use them creatively to enhance your images. So now I'm just gonna work with Aisha and then just grab a few stills and then let's see what we get. So I'm just gonna work with her, make sure that you're able to find the light with your eyes, because we are working with a very narrow slit of light and we don't have that in your eyes. It's really going to kill the image. All right, that's beautiful. Yeah, okay, so raise your chin up a little bit. That's it, perfect. Keep that. Ooh, I love the eyes into the camera, that's amazing. Okay, is there anything else you can do with a pose of that? Beautiful. So you see, I'm working with the frame, trying different angles, different points of views, ooh, and still incorporating the elements that we have. Amazing. Ooh, one more. Ooh, yes.
I'm not sorry cause that was intentional. You get angry with me cause I'm flexible. And of how I like things in the bed. Oh no.
If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below, and whilst you're down there, I'm going to put links to all the equipment I use down there. You can check it out in case you want to get any of them as well. Thank you, Aisha, for blessing us today. You did amazing. I really love the images. I can't wait to work on them, including the video files that we created as well. It's been an amazing shoot. I really love it. And thank you, iFootage, for sending me the light and also the projection attachment. I'm sure I'm going to be using this for more future shoots. So yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, don't ever give up.